Good evening, everyone. It's 5:30, which means it is time for another Facebook Live. Tonight I'll be answering a question that we get asked all the time, which is protein powder good for you? As always, give me a few minutes. Let me share this around all of our pages, and then we'll kick off. How was your weekend? Hey, Steve. How are you, mate? How are you feeling after this morning's session? It was a good one. I'm tired. Okay, so... page. Okay, we're going to all the groups. Hey Nelly, how are you? How was your weekend? I know you take the man shake, and we'll get into that a little bit later in this live, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Okay, got two people on. If you're on, guys, say hello. It was a great session. Tomorrow I'm going to train legs. You are more than welcome. Boring. Yeah, the weekends are getting a little bit boring. Diana, how are you? You actually asked me about protein the other day, so it's the perfect live for you. So I'm glad you're here. You'll learn a thing or two. Okay, so it's in the groups. Now we go to our pages. Darcy, how are you? How are we feeling today? Steve has some equipment for you coming up. Erin, how are you? I miss our time at Adamstown. I hope things are well with you. I'm enjoying your TikToks, by the way. They're very funny with all those different accents. I need to learn how to do them. Alicia, how are you? Guys, comment right now, what protein powder do you take? It'll give me a few things to speak about, and then we'll go from there. So what protein powder do you take? Comment below. Okay, we've got 10 people on. Do you take? Comment below. Okay, we're just sharing to all of our pages. We'll kick off in about 2 minutes, guys. I think it's almost everywhere. Okay, I take bulk nutrients, EHP, Oxyway. We'll discuss all of them in a second, guys. Okay. Alrighty. So we'll also go through the questions we received today on Instagram and over the weekend. Hey Chelsea, how are you? Nelly tried the lady shake but didn't like it, so I gave it away. Taking nothing now. Brody, how are you? What protein powder do you take? I've actually never asked you that question, and I've asked you a lot of questions. Okay, questions. Aileen, how are you? Thank you for showing what protein you take. We'll discuss that later on. All right, guys. So we'll get started. Before we discuss protein powder, we need to establish, most importantly, what is protein. Okay, and more importantly, why does our body need protein? And is protein powder something that we should be actually taking? So, first things first, before we discuss protein, hey Mitch, how are you, mate? We're going to discuss what protein actually is. Okay, so protein is one of 3 macronutrients that is responsible for lots of things in our body, nails, hair, skin, but the main function it has in regards to, I guess, building muscle or losing body fat is it's the ability to build muscle if you are eating in a calorie surplus, or to preserve muscle if you are in a calorie deficit. So that's what protein's for. Now, whether we're trying to put on weight or lose weight, the ability to build muscle or to preserve muscle is crucial in regards to your overall body composition at the end of that period. So let's just say you're trying to put on muscle. The higher the protein, if done correctly, theoretically, you should have more muscle at the end of your program. The same goes for if you're in a calorie deficit and you are trying to lose weight. We want to maintain as much muscle as possible because you've worked so hard to build it with your resistance training at boot camp. So protein is absolutely essential regardless of your goal. Whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to maintain your weight, whether you're trying to build muscle. If it's got nothing to do with body composition at all, it is the one macronutrient that is required for so many different functions in our body. However, often it is the one macronutrient that we see and come across that is usually deficient in all of your meal plans. Okay, so all the time, someone will come to us with, hey, this is what I've been eating, what do you think? And it will be 3 Weet-Bix, it will be a muesli bar, it might be a salad sandwich, it might be a piece of fruit, and it might be just meat and vegetables. So if we look at that quickly and objectively, there's 5 meals, only one of them has protein. So the chances of that person hitting their protein goal isn't very likely. Hey Cameron, how are you? So in regards to protein, Mitch and I give this recommendation all the time. Whether you are trying to build muscle or lose body fat, to help with that process, you should have at least 1.5 grams per kilo of body weight. So we are going to speak about protein powder, but before we do that, you need to understand the importance of protein. So 1.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. For example, let's just say Cameron Thompson, a good mate from the Central Coast. Hello mate, how are you? Cameron Thompson has just lost 20 kilos at our boot camp that's at Break-Thru. Okay, now if Cameron had a high protein intake, the majority of weight that he lost would have come from body fats. So the end result is a stronger, leaner, healthier Cameron that moves better. If Cameron had no protein and had a small amount of food, maybe a crash diet, I'm not sure, Cameron would have lost 22 kilos, but a lot of that weight would have come from muscle. So the end result is not the same. That's why the scales are not the most important. Well, they are important, but they are one metric of many metrics in regards to whether you're putting on muscle or losing body fat. Dimmy, how are you, mate? It's been years. It is super important to make sure that we are preserving muscle or building muscle. Now, 1.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. That is the minimum requirement based off the literature and research to build muscle or to maintain muscle. So if I'm 100 kilos, I would have at least 150 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. So I'd have 150 grams of protein per kilo. I'd have 150 grams of protein if I'm 100 kilos. Diana, if you're 50 kilos, you would have 75 grams. Mitch is 80 kilos. He would have 120 grams of protein. Now, when it comes to protein intake, you are better to be over than under. So if you have 2 grams per kilo, 2.5 grams per kilo, 3 grams per kilo, there is no severe side effects. A long time ago, probably 10 years ago, when protein powder first came out, there was a lot of information about protein damaging your kidneys, and we should avoid protein powder and protein altogether. It is garbage. The study was based off having 10 grams per kilo of body weight. So I'd be having 1,000 grams of protein. So that is an extreme example, but the point is you can't really overeat protein unless you're really, really, really trying. Okay, now with that, this is where protein powder becomes really important. Okay, so protein powder, what protein powder is, its entire purpose, nothing more, nothing less, is to help you reach your daily protein intake goal. It does not magically build muscle. If our female members drink this, they're not going to build big muscles. I wish that happened. I'm sure you wish that too. It is purely used to build muscle. Pre-workout, intra-workout, post-workout, before bed, breakfast, it does not matter. I'm going to say it again. Breakfast, pre-workout, post-workout, lunch, dinner, before bed, it does not matter. This is a tool you can use in your meal plan to help reach your daily protein intake goal. Now, based off the last 10 minutes and establishing that our daily protein intake goal is very important, that's where I really like protein powder. And I recommend it to the majority of our members based off the fact that when I see your meal plans, there's not enough protein in there. So for example, Bulk Nutrients, I'm not sponsored by them. They pay me nothing. This is just my favorite protein powder. The reason it's my favorite is it is cheap. It comes in 1 kilo bags. So for example, back in the day, you used to have to buy 5 kilos of one flavor. These guys, you can buy 5, 1 kilo bags. You can buy 1 kilo bag, you can buy 3. This is choc honeycomb. I have choc honeycomb, chocolate and vanilla. Super convenient, super easy. So how I would use protein powder is, it's a great way for me to introduce fruit into my diet. So I'll often have a scoop of protein powder with blueberries, bananas, mango, pineapple. Now with this and that, I'm getting 25 grams of protein powder in 1 scoop. Okay, so for example, if I was to have 2 scoops a day, let's just say I have 1 in the morning and 1 after I work out, I've already hit 1/3 of my protein goal, 50 grams. Remember, I'm aiming for 150. Simple, convenient, and it's as simple as that. It is much easier to have this post-workout as opposed it is to cook 200 grams of chicken, which would give me the same 25 grams of protein. Diana, is it just 1 per day? Now, based off my love of protein powder, it still is not better than food. So once again, it is a tool I use in my plan to hit my daily protein intake. So for me, Diana, I have 1 per day. I have it in the morning, first thing, with blueberries and mango. All right. Now, throughout the rest of the day, I'm trying to get my protein from majority of meat and eggs. However, if it's 6 p.m. and I've missed a meal or I'm a bit low on my protein and I haven't got time to fry up 200 grams of chicken, I might have another scoop. So once again, guys, like all supplements, like boot camp, like cardio, like weight training, like CrossFit, any form of exercise or supplements, it is a tool you can use to help reach your goal, whether that is building muscle or fat loss. So this brand is Bulk Nutrients. There is 3 different types of protein powder: whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolates, and whey protein hydrolyzed. Whey protein concentrate is the cheapest. This is in the middle, and hydrolyzed is the most expensive. The differences in those 3 are very, very minimum. The big difference is how it digests. So I struggle with dairy, and I find that if I have whey protein concentrate, it makes me a little bit upset in the stomach. If I have isolate, I feel great, which is in the middle, and the hydrolyzed is super fast absorbing. Unless you have any extreme dietary requirements, IBS, you don't really need hydrolyzed. You don't even need WP or isolate. If you digest things well, stick to your WPC because it is the cheapest. So Bulk Nutrients, WPC protein, grab that one. Okay, let's go through some of your questions. All right. Okay, Jolie, yeah, I don't take any because I don't want to spend a lot of money on something I won't like. 10 years ago, Jolie, protein powder tastes like shit. It was awful. It was bland. It was boring. Today, they taste amazing. Now, if you don't enjoy the taste with water, you can mix almond milk. If you want more flavor, do what I do and add in some berries. So strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, banana, pineapple, mango. You can make a really, really, really nice fruit smoothie. So for me, I have 1 scoop of 150 grams of blueberries, and that is 200 calories, packed full of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and protein, which once again help me reach my protein intake goal. Okay. Brody Griggs, I used to use Slender Blend, but now use Bulk Nutrients. So anyone on here that's commented your protein powder, just so you know, this is definitely going to be cheaper. And more importantly, the protein content is higher per serve. So Slender Blend, Healthy Mummy, Isogenics, Airborne, any of those ones like Slim Whey, any kind of one that's marketed towards weight loss, typically. So for this, it is 120 calories in 1 serve for 25 grams of protein. So it's almost as much protein as possible for that number of calories. So it's very, very pure in terms of protein. There's minimal carbs and fats. Airborne, Isogenics, the other ones will have a much more high content of carbs and fats. So I know Isogenics, it's 10 grams of protein, which is garbage. Airborne, around 12 to 15. So once again, Bulk Nutrients, if you don't buy that one and you go to a supplement shop, look for any kind of protein powder that's about 25 grams to 30 grams per serve. So 25 grams of protein to 30 grams of protein per serve, and the calories should be around 120 to 160. Okay, if it's more higher in calories than that, it's probably got more carbs and fats in it. If it's lower than 120, it hasn't got enough protein in it. Okay, Alicia, I have mine 2 or 3 times a week, mainly on days where I know I won't get a lot of my meals in. Perfect. So that's exactly what you should do. So use that supplement as a tool to supplement into your meal plan. Okay, questions. Chelsea Harding, trying to use my Healthy Mummy protein powder. Healthy Mummy is just expensive, Chelsea. Like Isogenics, it's about $4 to $5 a serve, and my protein powder is $1. So I'd recommend going to Bulk Nutrients just to get the most value for your money. Yes, I agree, Steve. Hey, Benita. All right. Okay, so guys, that was a quick one. I'm happy with that. I got through that super fast. I'm going to leave it right there. However, I will give you a brief recap. Protein powder is a tool to use in your meal plan to help reach your protein intake for the day. Your protein intake for the day should be about 1.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. Protein powder, period, point blank, helps you hit that goal and nothing more and nothing less. As simple as that. All questions about fat loss, building muscle, will I build too much muscle, kidney damage, how many can I have per day? Once again, it is a tool to use in your meal plan to help you reach your daily protein intake goal, because sometimes it can be challenging if you haven't got time to prepare meals and cook meat. All right, guys, with that, I'm signing off. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely, lovely night, and Mitch will see you all tomorrow night.